Welcome back to the Lamang Academy, everyone. In our last video, we covered the basics of the task system and the various symbols on the task display. We covered the loadouts and various kinds and levels of armor. Lastly, we covered the medical system and how to heal yourself. If you haven't seen that video, I recommend checking it out in the YouTube playlist. In this episode, we'll analyze the deployment to the AO. We will cover topics like battlefield awareness. This is making sure that you're aware of what's going on around you and key signs to look for. We will cover tactical movement and how to remain in cover and concealment. This will cover how to move throughout the AO while ensuring you limit your exposure and ensure you present a minimal target to enemies. Lastly, we'll briefly touch on AI behavior and things to look out for. Keep in mind that since this is a live demonstration, these topics will be meshed together without clear chapter definitions between them. In this mission, we've been asked to eliminate the gang leader in Mount Haven as part of the first hit quest. We will deploy at Bravo 2 and move west to the lumberyard. We should expect minimal resistance as we progress to the marketplace. From there, we will move south into the storage area across from the lumberyard to arrive at the gates of the marketplace. The marketplace is a heavily guarded area, and we should proceed with caution. Once we enter the marketplace exterior, we should progress into the market itself, eliminate the gang leader, and secure the area. Once we've confirmed the target is eliminated, we should exfil through the same route secured on the way in. The house in front of us is known to have one or two enemies patrolling. We're going to use the tents as cover as we move forward. Sure enough, one hostile spotted. Let's analyze the situation a little. We only have one hostile spotted. We're on the outskirts of town. Other hostiles would be on the other side of this tent that I'm using for cover. This provides us with a great opportunity to engage and eliminate an enemy, then listen for any further hostiles. Now that he's down, we're going to sweep past the house and listen for any sign that an enemy was alerted to that shot. Seems clear. Let's loot and move. A body that I'm not responsible for. The flies indicate it's not fresh either. This is a sign for me to realize that back spawns may be coming up soon. Shots in the distance, and I don't hear the supersonic cracks. Means they're really out there. No need to concern myself for that. Let's stop here for a second. Notice how I approach the situation. I'm limiting my exposure by putting a wall on my left and crates on my front. The lumberyard is directly in front of me. I know there should be a patrol on the road as well as up to 5 hostiles in the lumberyard. Now is the time to slow down and take my time in my approach. One saying that's held true for these kinds of situations: slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Let's take our time and approach with caution. Quick note on aiming. Bullets don't always go where your sight picture is. This is due to several factors, but you can help this in various ways. Notice how I crouch down. This is one method to stabilize aim. Pressing Alt while looking down your sights, even with iron sights, will cause you to steady your aim and hold your breath. This will allow you to gain much better control of your shots. From there, it's just a matter of lining your mouse up and... Once again, I'm going to sweep for hostiles. This guy couldn't have been alone. Look, listen, and keep your head on a swivel. The AO is a living space, and anything we can use to determine if someone's nearby will benefit us. Take it all in. Someone's shouting, means they're nearby. Here comes my first critical mistake. See it yet? Tunnel vision is when you're so focused that you miss other things. Take a look right about here. Yeah, that's a hostile that I completely miss. That's who was shouting. The lesson here is that the battlefield is a three-dimensional space. Enemies can be in windows, upstairs, on second floors. Remember this. Right in front of us is an enemy headquarters. Gonna do a quick sweep, then move to the marketplace. This made me jump. I found it kind of weird that there were no AI around, as this area is normally heavily guarded. Apparently we found one. Or, more accurately, one found me. I didn't see the muzzle flash from the AI, but I certainly saw the shot hit the ground. My first priority is now to get to cover and limit the attack vectors they have on me. I'm currently out in the open and very exposed. This isn't ideal. Other shots to my left, and I heard the crack. That could be at me. The general rule of thumb is to assume it always is. Always assume shots are coming your way until you can prove otherwise. I made the decision to move into better cover. I'm going to quickly sweep the interior of the marketplace and move into a corner where I can regroup, collect myself, and then clear the area. We're close to our objective. At this point, the AI is alerted and looking for me. Any shot I take is going to cause them to investigate that area. Better to eliminate this hostile and move quickly than to linger. Yep, our friend is still outside. Remember, the AO is three-dimensional. Check those elevations appropriately. Quick note about the AI here. If they're going full auto, someone is close by. If you actually listen close enough when you approach one, you can actually hear them toggle from semi to auto on their weapon. Remember, sound is important information. This means there's a friendly nearby. You'll see me switch fire modes here. I'm wanting to be in full auto, expecting a firefight. I'm about to get into close range, and it's best to be able to send as many bullets down range as possible. Oh, this is not a good feeling. The worst sound in the world is when you line up an AI's head and you hear the hammer strike nothing. This is another mistake. I should have been keeping better mental note of my ammo consumption and know I should have reloaded. In general, if you spray in full auto, you should reload after a few seconds of reprieve from the fight. This keeps you topped up, and as mentioned in the last video, you can quickly drag ammo to magazines to pack them in your inventory. Alright, mission accomplished. Let's exfil. I'm going to check left here because if you recall, we got shot at from that direction coming in. Looks like that friendly took care of him. You all remember our friend on the second floor of the lumber yard? Well, he remembers us. Yep, that one mistake of not clearing that area certainly came back to bite me. I was so distracted by the guy on the ground, I didn't even see the guy on the second floor who was still there. This goes to illustrate that even small mistakes can put seasoned veterans into situations they have no business in. So I grab my pistol and go to get my gear back. I figured that since it's a low-level area, I shouldn't need too much of a kit to take on one person. And there he is. Took me that long to realize there was a guy up there. So let's review some information we covered here. Limit angles that AI can use to aim at you. Don't be out in the open skipping down a road while trying to engage 4 enemies. It's not going to end well for you. Move carefully and sweep possible areas where AI could be or you know they are. Keep a mental count of your ammo. Know when you need to reload. Study your aim before you take shots at longer range. Line it up slowly and make it count. And finally, learn to read the AO. Listen to sounds, watch for movement, check your ups and downs, and keep a mental note that if there are AI missing or dead, you might have to worry about that later. And that is going to do it for this episode. At this point, if you haven't already, get out and hit the AO. You have the basic tools to keep you alive and the foundations to succeed. The best teacher in this game will be experience, and that's one thing this guide can't give you. In upcoming episodes, we will cover more advanced concepts like resources outside the game available to you. We will look at the weapon modification system and how to construct weapons. We'll also look at AI behavior and the different responses they have to ongoing engagements and more. If you appreciate this guide, do me a favor and leave me a comment or subscribe. I try to respond to every comment. If you would like to see me live, I stream here on YouTube and over on Twitch with the same username, B1ACKMAGIX, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. Central. Come say hi and feel free to ask me questions live on stream. I try to be as helpful as possible. Thank you so much for watching my beginner series, and I'll catch you next episode.